to appeal a break?
Yes.
All right. Are you on probation?
No.
Are you on parole? All right. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to these charges?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
Of your own free will? And because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
May 20th, 2023, at the location of 3480 Johnson Road, Saline Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. What happened between you and Catalina Phillip that makes you think that you're guilty?
So, we were having arguments and a little bit of fight, both of us. So not only me. I pinched her.
You did what?
I pinched her.
You pinched her. Okay. So you were arguing, you were fighting, and then ultimately you pinched her? All right. Did she give you permission to do that?
We didn't talk about permission before.
Okay.
Never happened.
Alright guys, we're diving straight into a courtroom bombshell, and trust me, it starts way too calm. The judge kicks things off casually, just asking if the guy's on parole or being forced to say anything. But then, boom, it takes a sharp turn. The man openly admits he pinched his wife during an argument. No sugarcoating, no confusion, just a raw, unsettling confession. And that's only the beginning. Buckle up, because this one's about to spiral fast.
Well,
No, so basically no, she didn't. No.
okay, and she didn't give you permission to pinch her at that time, did she?
No, she didn't.
And you did that on purpose?
I guess, I mean, yes. Yes.
What do you mean you guess? I mean, it's really simple. Did you pinch her on accident, or I don't...
No.
Counsel, did you want to do the voir dire?
Yes.
Because, please.
Okay, on the date and time that the judge did indicate, again, you were at the home of, the home in Saline that you and your wife reside in, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you had been involved in an argument with your wife, correct?
Correct.
And throughout the course of this argument, as you indicated, you had pinched her, correct?
Correct.
And during that pinch, you clearly you did not have permission to pinch her.
Correct.
Okay, and so based on that, did you, in terms of you not having permission to pinch her, you indicated that you believe that she gave you permission, correct?
Correct.
Okay, however, it's fair to say that the police came to the home, correct? Okay, and it's true to say that you had also made admission while you were in the vehicle that you had touched her without her permission, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, I have nothing. I'm satisfied.
Hold it, but did he say that at the time he thought he had her permission?
Now, it's escalating fast. The defendant starts dodging questions, I guess, maybe. I don't know, but the judge isn't playing games. The courtroom tightens with tension as it becomes clear this wasn't just a small argument. Police had to intervene. And when pressed, the man admits it, he touched his wife without her consent. No excuses, no confusion, just a raw, uncomfortable truth laid bare. It's a chilling moment, a reminder that real life doesn't come with dramatic music or easy endings, just consequences.
At the time of this argument, and at the time that you had contact with her in which you pinched her, did you believe or did you know that you did not have permission to pinch her at that specific time that you had touched her and pinched her? You did not have her permission, is it correct or not?
Correct.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm satisfied.
Okay, well, and when the police trooper showed up, correct? The police showed up? What happened with your interaction with the police?
Should I describe everything or?
Your Honor, may I have one?
Yes, please.
Thank you. On that date, you had encounters with police officer Jones, correct?
Correct.
And also another police officer, a trooper, actually Nathan Dillon.
Yes.
Okay, and at some point in time, when the police had come to the home due to the fight that you and your wife had been having, did the police at some point in time tell you to come with them?
Yes.
Okay, and did the police also at some point in time attempt to put cuffs under your
Yes.
back? Okay, so during that process of while the police were investigating this issue with you and your wife, did you walk away?
No.
Okay, did you in any way, shape, or form oppose the police at any point in time during their interaction with you? Did you fail to obey their lawful commands of either stopping, basically not moving away from their area?
Let me tell you something insane, it doesn't stop there. When the state troopers arrive on the scene, everything goes off the rails. What began as a domestic violence case quickly turns into a full-blown obstruction charge. The man doesn't just argue, he resists. He ignores direct, lawful commands. Stop, they yell, but he keeps moving, agitated and reckless. And make no mistake, he knew exactly who he was dealing with, he saw the uniforms, the badges. But in that moment, adrenaline hijacks his judgment, and everything begins to spiral into chaos.
Yes, I think yes.
Okay, you can't think, either you did or you didn't.
Yes.
Okay,
Well-
and so in a way, did you also, and not in a way, but did you oppose any other lawful commands, such as, again, did they indicate for you to stop? And did they say stop, 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 and you kept moving at some point in time during this interaction with the police?
Yes.
Okay, and you observed them to have a police badge on them, correct?
Correct.
And they were in a blue uniform?
Yes.
Okay, so you were aware that they were they were Michigan State troopers at that time?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and they were affiliated, they were law enforcement. Your Honor, I'm satisfied for you.
Well,
Your Honor, the people aren't satisfied.
pardon?
May I voir dire?
Yes.
Mr. Phillip, when the police were trying to arrest you, did you hit one of the officers?
No.
Okay, and are you aware that one of the officers was bleeding from the face? Are you aware that one of the officers was bleeding from the face?
Yes, I was aware, and I even asked him what happened, and he told me he got.
Okay, and so were you thrashing about when they were trying to arrest you? Were you making movements when they were trying to arrest you?
Yes, I guess I.
No, not, did you or did you not? Okay, I don't think we can take this plea, Your Honor.
I don't either.
Absolutely wild, the courtroom hears how this wasn't just resisting arrest, it was a full physical meltdown. One of the troopers ends up bleeding from the face, and whether it was intentional or just chaos exploding all at once, it doesn't really matter. The injury is real, and it changes everything. Meanwhile, the defendant sits there frozen, stuck somewhere between denial and disbelief. He's panicked, stumbling over his words, almost like he blacked out in the middle of the chaos. But here's the bottom line, a trooper got hurt, and now he's facing consequences far bigger than he ever imagined.
I'm ready for an exam.
Okay,
Troopers are still here.
So I admit I didn't know what's happening. I was shocked.
Sir, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
They have voir dired you. When the officers were the troopers were trying to arrest you, correct? And during the course of that arrest, did you strike one of the troopers in the face?
So from my remember, I didn't. From my remember. So I wasn't willing to hit anybody. I didn't want to hit anybody. Not my wife, not the troopers.
Okay, initially, I'm not asking whether or not you wanted to. Did you?
Yes, the handcuffs, their handcuffs hit the trooper didn't. He even told me that.
Their handcuffs did what?
Due to the struggle. Due to the struggle, the handcuffs hit.
Okay, so they were trying to put handcuffs on you, right? What, they get one handcuff on you and then you moved away from them?
I had all my hands behind. And I was on the grass, not on the driveway. They put me on the grass.
They put you down.
No, they moved me from the driveway on the grass. They pushed me they took me from the driveway to the grass.
Just heartbreaking. The man tries to explain through shaky words that he wasn't trying to hit anyone, not his wife, not the cops. But in court, intentions don't erase impact. Actions speak louder. Troopers had to drag him down, wrestle him into control, and even then it wasn't over. One handcuff clicked, and somehow he slipped free again. This wasn't just resistance anymore, it was a raw, chaotic struggle that could have ended much worse. The air in the courtroom shifts. It's tense. Cold. Everyone feels it. Everyone knows this isn't going to end clean.
I can't get enough to take a plea, because he's not saying he did it.
I agree, Your Honor.
Your Honor, me personally, I understand we're going to proceed to exam, but I spoke to my client and I was very direct in terms of the the nature of the incident, and he was able to make a factual basis.
Okay, that's fine. He has to tell me that. I have to be convinced that there's a factual basis. He is hedging on any interaction he had with the troopers. So I can't even get let alone a resisting, I can't get an attempted resisting out of what he's telling.
I would like to, I would like to clear.
Here's what I'll do. I don't have anything else to do. Take him back. I'll let you go back there and talk to him. But I'm not going to sit up here and try to coerce a plea. But if he doesn't, I'll say it. We can go ahead with the exam. So you can take him back, and then you can go back there, Miss White, and talk to him.
Ms. Weidling, I have to go help with a motion in the other courtroom. Will you please excuse me? Recency on behalf of the people.
Sir, you had an adequate opportunity to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
All right. You may continue voir dire, Ms. Brown.
Thank you. Okay, so going back to the date of May 20th of 2023, is it fair to say that while you were in the process of being arrested and a trooper with the last name of Jones was attempting to handcuff you, you pulled away at that moment, correct?
Right.
Okay, and due to the struggle that you were having with Trooper Jones's handcuffs struck the left side of his face, causing him to have suffer injuries, correct? Is that a yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
The court hits a wall. The judge has had enough of the dodging, no more half answers or nervous guesses. You either did it or you didn't, the judge snaps. But the man just can't commit to the truth. He hesitates, stammers, dodges. The plea deal is still on the table, but the judge makes it clear, the maybe isn't good enough. They halt everything. The courtroom freezes. The defense team huddles like it's sudden death in overtime. This moment isn't just about time. Behind bars, it's about clarity, reality, and whether this man even grasps the weight of what he's done. Everything hangs in the balance now.
Your Honor, the people would be satisfied if that is what actually happened, but it actually struck Trooper Dillon in the face.
I'm just referring to the investigator's report.
Right. But it struck a trooper in the face, right?
Yes. But the listed victim is Trooper Dillon. He's the one that suffered injury.
Okay.
Well, let me correct myself. Is it fair to say that it was Trooper Dillon, who you didn't drive in the scout car with to the jail and the hospital? It was the other trooper that was struck in the face, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Given that testimony, has the court complied with the court rule, would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's pleas of guilty to counts 3 and 5. Pre-sentence investigation, and counts 1, 2, and 4 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 1484 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
July 6th at 9 a.m. with Judge Freshour.
July 6, 2023, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. bond in this matter will continue. Thank you.
Is there a way, I have two 9 a.m. matters in Detroit that morning. Is there a later time that Judge Brushauer will?
And now it's crunch time. The turning point hits hard. Trooper Jones, a trained officer, was struck in the face during the chaos. It's not speculation. It's not a vague memory. It happened. And when the defendant finally mutters yes, that one word sends a shockwave through the courtroom. It confirms everything. The injury, the resistance, the chaos, it all becomes concrete. This isn't courtroom drama fueled by emotion anymore. It's fact. It's consequence. Charges lock in. No more delays, no more ambiguity. The legal machine starts rolling with purpose, and it's rolling straight over him.
Listen, I'm just very late.
That morning, I'm going to have my own issue running my court, so you might want to call over there because I can't tell you. There is no other time we have.
Okay, I'll be there.
Your time provided.
Okay, we only have one time provided, so what you can do is I'm certain you can contact our chambers and try to see if you can work something out in terms of timing. All right?
We address bond.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so my client, he is 45 years old, and he actually, when he was first arraigned on this matter, he was ordered a personal bond, I believe $50,000 personal bond. From the interim of when he was placed on that bond, he was not 100% understanding of the conditions of what an actual no contact order encompasses. As a result, he did go back to the home where his wife and him live in Saline, Michigan. His wife was not present at that time. However, based on the no contact order, he was violated and his bond actually reverted to what changed.
Hold on a second. That's not really what happened.
I was going to add more.
Go ahead.
Yes, and there's apparently he had made phone calls to the complainant. And again, I had not been retained on this matter to make sure he was aware of all of the conditions what a no contact order encompasses. I've had at least 3 2-hour meetings with Mr. Phillip in the jail, and he is very, very aware of what no contact means, in which he cannot have any telephonic, physical, any type of contact with an individual that a court imposes that order against. So, Your Honor, what I'm addressing right now is he is a citizen. He was a citizen of Romania. He came to this country all the way back in 2007, and he came here to pursue education plus work. He actually has a medical degree from Romania. From the time that he came to this country and to the present day, until this case has come about, he has had no criminal contact, any type of prior convictions, etc. He works as a carpenter, he works as a florist. He's very...
Well, the sentence is on the horizon, and the courtroom tension is thick. Pleas are entered, some charges dropped, others upheld, but it's not over yet. The judge calls for a probation report, and the final sentencing date is locked in July 6th. But just when things seem to settle, another twist hits. The man violated his bond by returning home, the very place he was ordered to stay away from under a strict no-contact order. His wife wasn't there, but that doesn't matter. Rules are rules. And now, the consequences are compounding. 1. Reckless choice after another, and now it's all crashing down, fast, loud, and with legal weight.
The home that was actually built in Saline, Michigan, amongst his wife and him and his children that live in currently, he built that from the ground up. He also built a home in Livonia that is now set to be, the occupants are set to be his grandparents-in-law, and that is the home that he will go to if this court agrees to allow him for his bond to revert it back to a personal bond. I see the situation as we know what the purpose of bonds are put in place for is to A, make sure the person appears for all their court hearings, B, does not present a danger to the community or to the complainant, and C, abide by all the contact or any other orders that the court imposes. Now that this was Mr. Phillips' violation in which there was no issues in terms of any contact with the complainant, any violence, anything that would really not be in a position that he should be eligible back to go down to his personal bond status. I believe this is a situation where Mr. Phillip is very aware of the conditions and he will abide by them. He's been in jail for over 35 35 days. And his parents, I have to make it for a record as an officer of the court, his wife, the complainant, has texted me about 10, 20 times begging me to dismiss this case. I'm not the prosecutor, and wanting Mr. Phillips to come back to see his children, and she mainly see the children, which she has indicated in her text message that the children are very traumatized that they've been away from their father for this amount of time. I handle juvenile matters regularly in Wayne County, and I understand there's issues that can relate to trauma when parents are separated from their children, especially with this length of time. If this man had a prior criminal history, if he was known to be a very violent person, if he was known to be a person that will not appear in court, yes, I believe this would be in a position where you would not be able to budge or change the bond. But he shows no prior history. His profile does not express any indication that he will not comply with all of the orders. I understand what he did in the past, but with my 20 plus years of experience, especially working with individuals to make sure they understand conditions that could bring them back into a position that they clearly do not want to be in, I'm requesting you allow him to be released back onto a personal bond, given the fact that I will not say to a court that, oh yes, I believe he's going to comply, when I can't even get my clients to comply with my own understanding of them understanding what's going on with their case. But he is very aware, and he does not under any circumstances want to be back in this situation. So I am requesting, given the fact that he does need to continue the contracts with the jobs that he has, to continue to install floors and also make sure houses are actually continuing with the jobs that he's actually resurrecting with houses and buildings. So I'm asking that you allow him, given the fact that he's been in jail 30 plus days, that he be allowed to be released back on a personal bond.
Bruce Brown?
Real consequences, that's what this case shows loud and clear. What began as a so-called pinch spiraled into a violent arrest, a trooper injured, and a courtroom filled with tension and disbelief. One impulsive act led to a chain reaction that can't be undone. The law isn't just some distant set of rules, it's real, and when you cross the line, it responds hard. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a dangerous situation with lasting effects. And if there's one takeaway here, the justice system doesn't play games, and neither should you.